What's up, Zombie Tenny?
What's up, Blur?
Both of us are literally still tired and dead. Well, one of us more dead than the other one.
I'm not dead.
I
I'm not dead.
know.
I'm not dead. I'm not
Oh,
dead. I'm
no
not
way.
dead. I'm not
No
dead.
way.
I'm
No
not dead. I'm
way.
not dead. I'm not dead.
There was an incident.
There was an incident. First, before we get
Where do
into
we start? Right. We
before we
can't start at the incident.
no, let's start with the Windy City.
Okay.
Did you have fun?
I did.
I had so much fun.
We got to speak at a thing called Windy City ParaFest in Chicago. We were there all weekend, and a million Patreons of the podcast and friends of the podcast, and lots of weirdos were there, and lots of friends, other people who were speakers and attendees, and everyone was a friend.
And everyone was in real life.
I know lots of people that we've known from the internet for such a long time, and we got to see in real life finally. Like, y'all, I don't know if you guys follow Robin Valentine online, but she's my homie. She's been like literally my best friend. Well, one of my best friends for, I'm not even kidding, probably 8 years, probably more. And this is the first time I ever got to see her in person, and it literally felt like we were sisters. It was crazy.
Wild.
I know. Like, we talk to her every day.
So many friends.
Yes.
And there was dancing and partying and hanging and talking and getting to know. And it was really fun.
Yes. I forget, this doesn't have anything to do with anything really, but I forget who I was walking with one of the times I had to I had to walk Toad to well, they call it a dog park, but it was like a dog hallway, dog closet. Sad little area.
Outdoor dog closet.
Not the outdoor dog closet with AstroTurf that I had to walk Toad to, that he very much didn't like. But anyway, I was walking with either Jana or Chris McKenna or somebody, I don't remember. But listen, I have on Toad's leash, I have a house key because I always lock myself out, and I have a tiny flashlight. And I was walking with whoever, and they go, "Why do I have that flashlight?" And deadpan as fuck, I go, "Because I'm a garbage picker." Like, I go on a lot of dog walks and I see a lot of garbage, and I gotta look at that shit to see if there's anything good. Sorry.
When I go on my nightly walks, I carry a flashlight with me.
We're garbage pickers.
Listen, I am a long time. My dad used to garbage pick.
Mine too.
And did you have to go with him every time you went?
No, it would be like if we're not gonna go out. It would be like if we're coming back from somewhere.
No. My dad specifically knew all of the days of the garbage and all of the areas of Royal Oak when it was garbage day. And I was what was called, he had a name for me. I was a jumper.
Oh, good.
And I would sit in the passenger seat, and he'd spy it out, and then he'd go, "Grab that barbecue grill."
Yeah.
or grab that vase.
Yeah.
And I was the jumper.
Gotta do it. Especially in this day and age of us not wanting to support bad companies and big companies. Like, pick some garbage, guys.
I never will forget. This is stuck in my brain forever. I must have been 9, and we were driving around garbage picking, and my dad saw like a big kind of like Dutch oven outside in the garbage. And my dad was like, "Those are expensive. Get out, get that." And I grabbed it. And, even as a kid, like, I'm kind of embarrassed. So I'd jump back in the car. I'd just take it and jump back in. And so it's like it's sitting on my lap, and I opened it up, and no joke, there was like a 3-week-old turkey and food in there, and it was alive, and I flipped out. To this day, I can't imagine I had this giant pot of maggots.
Why would somebody do that?
Traumatized. I think that they probably like made food in it, forgot about it, like left it outside,
Yeah.
and then instead of cleaning it out, they were like, "Throw that shit away."
Okay, they could have put it. Well, no, if they put it in the garbage, it might have spilt out, like in the can.
America, if it gets kind of gross, just throw it away and get a new one. America.
Okay, well, you guys definitely still pick garbage, but watch out if the thing has a lid and look inside first.
Look inside first.
But anyway, aside from that, 2 tiny things. One, Kyle, our homie Kyle, was walking around and he saw Steve Carell in Chicago, and I was so freaking jealous. Well, that happened. And then another thing is,
Are you a Steve Carell fan?
listen, not so much The Office, but like I watch him in other stuff. Like if I see he's in something, I'll watch it, and I don't even know why.
Like
He's on the morning show, and then he was just on this show called
that
The Four
Moses
Seasons.
movie where he was Moses.
Oh yeah, no, he wasn't Moses.
Or Noah.
Oh, I know, I didn't watch that, but no, he's in a new series called The Four Seasons on Netflix with Coleman Domingo.
He's got one of the best hair jobs in Hollywood.
He does. He looks really good.
Because those early episodes of The Office, he is not got great hair.
Yeah, no, he got a really good hair plugs situation. But, and then too, the weekend I was hearing from multiple people that the hotel we were staying in was haunted and that they had weird experiences happen. Did you you have anything happen? Because I did not have a single thing happen.
I did not have a single thing happen. I was out like a light every time I went to the bed.
Mhm.
And I think because this is still to this day as we speak right now, I slept so hard that I kept falling asleep and not moving. And right now, my back is wrecked.
Yeah, my back also not great from those hotel beds. I don't know why.
I think it was just sleeping too hard. Either that or we got some kind of like hotel spine disease.
Yeah. That's real. That's real, guys. It's real. Look it up. Google it. Google it.
Doctor.com hotel spine disease.
Plus the drive. Well, I was on the way there and somebody cut me off so bad. And just without even thinking, I turned to Toad and I go, some people are assholes, Toad, and we have to live on the same planet as them, and it feels stupid. That was his lesson for our drive there.
And I flew. It was fine. But I guess I didn't realize until we got there, we were also in Chicago for the No Kings protest.
Yeah, the city energy was very hectic, and also there was like a virtual mass that the new Pope had where he had like a message. I don't know how many people went to that, but the city was so freaking loud. Every cab and fire truck that went by was making noise. Like Toad was having a mental freaking breakdown.
I have come to the conclusion, not that I didn't know this already, but you and I and Toad are not downtown city people.
We are not city folk. We are country folk. We need grass. I get real tripped out if I don't see grass or greenery for like a while. It makes you feel like you're in a weird box.
The night before I went to Chicago, this is 100%. The night before I knew I was going to have to get on the airplane and go to Chicago. I went outside and I sat underneath the tree on the side of my house in the grass and just looked up at the tree for like an hour.
I know. I've been outside since I've been home too. We just like grass and nature.
Yes. I went outside today when it was raining like crazy.
Dude, we've been in a tsunami for 2 days. But anyway, we are missing because you said you went to the airport, and then what happened when you went to the airport for your way home?
Oh, so I woke up to go home, and then I got in a rideshare car, and I didn't feel well. I felt like I had like a stomach ache, and I've had a stomach ache for about 2.5 weeks, which I think was part of diverticulitis. And then I got to the airport, and my heart was racing, and I couldn't breathe, and I had to call an ambulance because O'Hare International Airport does not have a medical staff on site. You have to call.
It's got to be one of the biggest airports in the country. Correct?
Yeah, you have to call either a hospital or the fire department to come and get you if you're having some kind of incident. And so they rushed me to a hospital, and I was in a state of like tachycardia, which is so like my heartbeat was like 180, and they couldn't get it to stop for a few hours. And then they shot me up with a drug, and it went back to normal. And then they ran a bunch of tests and blood tests on me, and they were like, all your blood tests look good. You don't look like you have an infection anywhere. Make a doctor's appointment. And within 4 hours, they were like, okay, see you, bye.
Hospitals are crazy.
It was insane. They knew that I wasn't from the area.
Yeah.
I kept saying, like, I need to call my sister. She's in Michigan. Like, I need to call my sister. She's in Michigan. And then at some point, like 4 hours in, a nurse comes in. She's like, here's your chart. Your blood looks good. You don't look like you have an infection. You should make a doctor's appointment. You can get dressed and leave. And I literally like got dressed holding my paperwork and then walked out into an empty parking lot somewhere outside of Chicago. And I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
Turn and burn.
It was wild.
It's crazy.
I was like,
listen, this is the second time you've been to a hospital in 2 weeks, and neither situation gave you any medication for anything that's going on with you whatsoever. You have no meds.
Wild.
They're just like, bye.
And so I have, the hospital, I'm finding a general practitioner so I can go to the hospital on regular basis, since I haven't actually been to the hospital since I was 39, I think.
Yeah, I go like every day.
So yeah, they have to call me back because it's openings and appointments and all
You
that.
can do all this online. Why are you calling?
I did go online, and you know what? I just tell you my fucking life, one thing bounces into another. So I was making an appointment online, and what do they want for me to make an appointment online?
I don't know.
They want a picture of my state identification card or driver's license.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, all of your shit goes together because you have to sort stuff in your life out. Your sister had to come pick you up in Chicago because you don't have a license, bro.
I didn't really feel like driving. I still feel really bad, actually.
Conversation is crazy.
So I have just sat at home and rested and relaxed and hydrated like crazy. And
That's good. I've drank so much flipping water and tea since I've been home. So much, like my body weight.
oh my God, you don't even know how much I've
It's
drank.
nuts. Is it the humidity? Like, why have I've never drank this much in my life.
I think it's the humidity.
Every day. I have 2 drinks by me right now. I can't stop drinking water.
I am chugging a huge bottle of water right now
Yes.
that I have refilled today like 7 times.
I know, me too. It's good. I need to be
What's
like
up, water
this.
weirdo?
What's up, water? Well, yeah, we're glad you're feeling better. I'm going to stay on your ass to go to the doctor. I already sent you my doctor's information if you want to go to my doctor, but you can go to whoever.
It was not great to have to do that in the middle of a fucking busy airport. It was noon at O'Hare on a Sunday. And can I just tell you right now, no one cares.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like sitting at a table, sweating, shaking, trying to keep my mind clear enough to like talk to my sister on the phone so she could keep me kind of grounded. And I was sitting in this chair and literally like 2 women came up and they were like, "Are you using these chairs here? Can we use these chairs?" And then before I even answered, like took the chairs away.
What the fuck?
I was like, what is no
You're like,
one
I'm just
cares.
having a medical emergency.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like I
don't-
just
if you don't
might
mind."
be dying and having a heart attack here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It was wild. Can I just say one thing that really shocked me?
What?
I don't know how this happened. I didn't have any kind of like insurance for the trip,
Mm-hmm.
but the hospital contacted Delta and I've been refunded for that trip, that flight home from Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really weird. I don't understand.
I don't either. One of the nurses like said, "By the way, we called your airline, you know," because she said, "Where were you?" Because we had like a chit chat with the nurse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what'd they do? Go through your pockets?
No, I had a chit chat with the nurse, and then she was like, "I called Delta and gave them your name and stuff." And then yesterday, I got an email that I thought was a scam email because the email was from Delta and it said your refund, and I was like, "This is a scam email."
Yeah, they don't do that.
They don't do that. And then I got refunded for the flight home.
Well, listen, that's a hot tip because then you just have like me or your sister call the airline and act like a nurse.
Yeah.
You're like, "Hi, I'm calling from such and such hospital. We have this patient. Can you fix their flight?"
Yep.
There you go, guys.
I was amazed that like the airlines did something correct.
That's actually really nice.
It was really nice.
I like how the hospital's like, "We can't give you medication," or like when you call a doctor, they're like, "Yeah, you can have an appointment in 6 months, but I will love to get your flight refunded within an hour." Like, how? Okay, sick.
Let me also tell you this really funny thing. So I'm in this bad headspace. My heart is rushing. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm laying in the hospital bed. I'm sweating. I'm like crying. I don't know what's happening. I'm making all sorts of promises to the spirit of the universe,
Right?
like going through all of it. And at some point, the doctor comes in. He's like, "So what does it feel like you're going through right now?" And I was explaining it to him, and I said, "Listen, I don't know if you will even know this. Do you know what rush is?"
No.
Like back in high school, we used to have this thing called Rush, and I think it's a little bottle of like straight ammonia, but you would snort, kind of sniff it, and it would make your head feel like it's going to explode. It would make your blood pressure go up instantly.
Why would anybody? Why?
It was like, you know, kids doing drugs. You know how kids would push on each other's chests and hold their throats to get a, like, kids do weird stuff to try and get high.
Okay.
What I'm
Okay.
saying. So I said to the doctor, I said, "Do you know what rush is?" He was about my age. I said, "Do you know what rush is?" And you smell it and it would make your brain go crazy. And he goes, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about." And I go, "Okay, have you ever like shot a bunch of energy drinks, like a lot of energy drinks and booze at the same time?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "I just feel like I'm super hyperactive. My heart is racing. I'm sweating. I can't slow down." He's like, "Okay." So he leaves the room. And then when the nurse comes in with like paperwork to sign, I realize I'm in a Catholic hospital.
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh, that." This
I was
is
just thinking, I'm like, this doctor does not party.
I was like, "Oh," and then I realized like there's crosses all over the walls, and like I was like, "Oh no, I'm like the heathen in the hospital."
You're like likening your heart issues to drugs.
Yeah, drugs and like being at the bar and doing energy
You're like,
drinks.
"Have you ever gotten a hooker?" And then you're like, the doctor keels over. Oh my God. That's funny.
What's it feel like? Well, you ever done rails of blow in the bathroom?
The That's what I feel like right now. There's a thing, this is not the same at all, but like there's a thing where you know how women are straight gangsters and like they'll go through the worst pain ever and they'll act like it's not happening. We have cramps every month, we have babies,
Yep.
we do whatever the fuck. So there's a thing where like when you go into those rooms and they tell you what's your pain from 1 to 10, we never say the right thing because we're hard as fuck. Like we should be saying an 11 and we say like a 3 because we're insane.
This is one of the funniest things. I don't mean to get too graphic, but I want to tell you what my sister said.
Oh, God.
Because women are hard as fuck, like you're saying.
Mhm.
And I have to remember that sometimes.
Literally.
As a fucking pussy old white man. When I was having some bathroom issues and there was blood loss.
Yes.
And I told my sister goes, you know what? It's probably good for you. And I go, what? And she goes, listen, women lose blood our whole lives. Like, it makes us stronger. Men always die from heart problems because they have too much iron in their system. She goes, honestly, it's probably a good thing you're losing some blood.
Nice. Your sister's like, shut the fuck up.
My sister's like, the whole medical community is based around men, and you guys don't have any motherfucking issues.
Literally. I know. There's some crazy stat that like they didn't start trying to figure out women's health until like the 70s or some shit.
It was the 70s.
Oh, good. I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah, when they started doing polling and testing, they didn't start adding women's examples into it until the 70s.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much for knowing that we exist. But anyway, so yeah.
Thanks to the Catholic hospital. They did a great job. Thanks to my ambulance driver who at one point told me that I might have to have open heart surgery. And that did not calm me down at all. Let me tell you, when you're in an anxiety heightened state.
Why would he say that?
He's like, lots of things could be happening right now. They might have to crack your chest and do like an open heart. And I'm like, don't, what are you doing?
Nope.
Lie to me. Tell me everything's great.
Yeah, tell me they're going to give me a lollipop.
Tell me at the end of this, there's going to be a wooden treasure chest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to open it and get a fucking lollipop and a ring out of it.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Good grief.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive.
You did it.
I did it. We didn't even talk about, we got to do a live show at the Windy City ParaFest.
We did. We said the other people there that were podcasters were going to do a version of their own live podcast. And we're like, we're just going to talk. We're not really, it's not really going to be a podcast. And then we got up there and did our literal exact podcast on accident.
It was funny though, because our podcast is so funny to me because I was watching all the other podcasters and like they like are doing a podcast.
You're like, wait, if they're doing this, what does that mean we're doing? What are we doing? That's literally so funny.
But I thought it was super fun. I think everybody had fun. People were laughing at our nonsense.
Yeah, we were really stupid. Extra stupid.
Very dumb. Toad was very good on stage. Very good boy.
He was always so good.
Always the best.
He laid right down and sat like a good boy. He jumped on me a couple times, but it like added to the show because he's like, what are you doing, Mom?
The funniest, I think, for me, one of my funniest things was I knew when we got on stage, I'd been waiting for weeks to talk about Sinners.
Yeah.
And I knew that you saw it.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't know you were going to ask me.
I know, which is why. And I was like, go ahead and explain Sinners.
Oh, brother. And then I was on the spot explaining it like an idiot. I was like, it's a vampire movie and there's two brothers and they're played by the same person and they leave town and they come back and then crazy stuff happens.
That was
Which is true. But it's so good, you guys. If you haven't watched Sinners yet, it's the movie of the year so far by a long shot.
I think so.
It's beautiful. It's well acted. It's different. It's original. And oh, side note, stay for the end credits. There's like two or three post-credit scenes, and they're really important. So don't turn it off.
I just think it's really, there's a lot of, the world is terrible. We know this, right?
Yes.
And so like I have to watch all these fucking terrible podcasts where they're like, it's just a remake of Tarantino's fucking. I'm like, get the fuck. Obviously, you haven't watched it.
Right. And it's a commentary. It's not really about vampires. It's literally a social commentary if you're not an idiot.
Yes, yes. And there's multiple layers to that commentary. Like
yes.
it's not only is it like scary, which I found parts of it legitimately fucking scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really good. Practical effects are really good.
Really good. Social commentary on multiple levels. The cinematography is just amazing. The changing of it goes from 16.9 to 4.3. Like it's amazing. The music is like the whole thing. It's just a fucking
no notes. Literally no notes. Yeah. It's ridiculous. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's for me.
It's for me too. Everybody's very hot in it.
It's a sexy movie too.
It's a sexy movie. Don't watch it with your parents. It'll get real awkward. Don't watch it at the Catholic hospital.
Do you have sitters here while I'm waiting?
Do you have this rare drug from 50 years ago? And can I watch Sinners, please?
Really quickly, because that's all I got. I'm tired.
That's all I got too. I'm exhausted.
Let me just tell you, I am not looking. This is crazy for me to say.
What?
We haven't discussed it since we were talking about Sinners. I've watched the trailer. I am not looking forward to this Frankenstein movie by Guillermo del Toro.
I didn't like freak out about it.
It's not hitting me. Like I don't know. I recently, like when I came home, I watched a bunch of classic monster movies just to relax in bed while I was like recouping and getting better. So I watched Frankenstein, I watched The Mummy, and I watched The Wolfman, and like there's just something so not monstery about them that it makes it great. And watching like, I don't know, lightning bolts jump across the screen, and like this movie doesn't look good to me.
Listen, do you want to know what's worse? Do you want to know the worst trailer that I watched in the last week?
Uh-oh.
And I really liked the first one. The Black Phone 2 trailer dropped, and it's not good.
It does not look good.
It looks really bad. It's like supernatural, and it looks like Stranger Things in a bad way. It's really bad.
It does not look good.
Still gonna watch it, but that trailer, they need to recut that trailer.
I don't know. I'm getting worried now about some of these horror films. I'm getting worried. I watched the opening 8 minutes of the new Final Destination.
It's good. The opening's real good. Just don't watch anything else.
Did you see the whole movie?
Yeah, it's good. It's okay.
That opening with the like sky disc thing is amazing.
It's in a Sky Needle.
It's amazing.
You'll never want to go in a Sky Needle again. Not that most people want to go in one at all, ever. Anyway,
and if anybody wants to watch it, it's for free on YouTube. It's like legitimately uploaded by the movie company.
It is?
Yeah, like the first
8 minutes, not the...
No.
Okay, well, listen, here's my review. It's fine, but, okay, this is the thing. All the Final Destination movies are not good, period, but they're great. They're greatly bad.
Yes.
And that's why we love them. So listen, so when the early reviews of this started coming out, people were making it sound like it was a good movie. So I was like, oh, wait, finally, they got the budget. They have whatever, they've put the pieces in place, and we're going to get a Final Destination that's a good movie. So I was like, great. And then I watched it, and I'm like, no, it's just as bad as all the other ones. Which is fine, but it's not what I thought. It's not a good movie. It's bad, but it's still fun, and I will watch 25 more of them.
Right.
So yeah, there's your synopsis. There's your review. It's fine. I think I gave it like a 6 or a 7.
Wow.
Yeah. There's one really good death in it that's like very memorable. The beginning and the one death that I'm thinking of are like the best thing in the movie. Everything else is just like fine.
I'll probably watch it when it comes out on DVD.
I'll tell you about the death when we get off of here, because you don't mind spoilers because you're insane.
That's true.
Okay, let's go. Bye.
All right, I'm alive.
Oh yeah, thanks for everybody that came to Windy City. You're so cute and nice, and everybody's the best. And thank you for the presents that you brought us, and being nice to us, and being our friend.
It was very, very fun. And thank you, everyone, for everything. And your time, especially.
Yes.
We love you, love you, love you.
We love everybody.
Okay, get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh my God, bye.
Bye.
Bye.